Widespread rain and thunderstorms expected across Australia's east coast in the coming days have many communities braced for potential flooding. The severe weather warnings come as many areas in Victoria, Tasmania, NSW and Queensland are already on flood watch after heavy rain last week. NSW and Queensland are expected to cop the brunt of destructive storms, but there are great concerns about Victoria and NSW, where flooding is still continuing across broad swaths following last week's heavy rainfall. Read more, how you can help those impacted by Victoria's floods. Victoria and NSW ahead of the coming weekend. The Bureau of Meteorology has advised, major flooding will continue across inland New South Wales and northern Victoria as floodwaters continue to impact travel, roads and infrastructure. There are more than 50 flood warnings stretching across Victoria, while NSW has 71. Evacuation orders are currently in place for both Echuca in Victoria and Moama in NSW, with more rain set to inundate the Murray River. BOM warns the river could be in major flood until early next week. The BOM is forecasting the Murray will reach a height of 96.8 on Saturday, similar to the 1993 flood, which reached 94.77, and will remain high for many days, before water moves downstream. Echuca residents are bracing for the water to rise, having spent a week sandbagging the town and building a levee to protect from floodwaters. There are also fears flooding will return in the towns of Shepparton and Mooroopna, where major flood recovery efforts are underway. In Melbourne, BOM has warned thunderstorms could lead to flooding again around the Yarra River in Werribee and the already flood-ravaged suburb of Maribyrnong. Heavy rain has already been lashing New South Wales' north coast as a massive storm band bears down on the east, sparking severe storm warnings and over 100 flood warnings. The band was seen stretching more than 3,500 kilometers, spanning from far north Queensland to Victoria's northwest corner last night. People became trapped in flood waters in northern New South Wales when their car got bogged today. Police requested the help of a rural fire service helicopter after reports the two were stuck near Maree. The car is barely visible in footage captured by a camera on the helicopter, with a slight glint in surrounding murky brown water the only sign of the trouble they are in. Queensland Southeast Queenslanders have been warned to strap in for a very wet weekend as storms hang around the state. Weatherzone said a very unstable stormy weather pattern is occurring in Queensland with tropical moisture feeding a slow-moving trough, leading to heavy rainfall. Read more, wet weather prompts Japanese encephalitis warning in Brisbane. It definitely won't be the greatest barbecue weather, with falls in the range of 40 to 80 millimeters quite likely on Saturday, with a range of 20 to 40 millimeters potentially on the cards for Sunday, Weatherzone said. Even heavier falls are possible in Brisbane itself on Sunday. The Bureau of Meteorology, BOM, has issued severe weather warnings across parts of Queensland, with a storm moving north of Charters Towers. Severe thunderstorms are likely to produce damaging winds and heavy rainfall that may lead to flash flooding in the warning area over the next several hours, it wrote. Locations which may be affected include Mingula and Woodstock. Residents are advised to keep across BOM's warnings as the system bears down. NSW can be viewed here, Victoria here, and Queensland here. Read more, charges laid over alleged looting of flood-hit homes in Melbourne.